So Hasan Piker is facing subpoena from the Trump administration, and we're going to talk about whether he can actually be sanctioned as someone with U.S. citizenship or if that's not possible. Second, we are going to talk about what a Hasan Piker sanction package is going to look like. Long story short, can the United States sanction Hasan Piker? Yes, and this has been done before. I'll list a few names here. So the most known ones will be Virgil Griffiths and Jack Hennick. Most of them are very involved with crypto, and you can see where this one's going. Basically, when you are talking about sanctions, you are mostly talking about the flow of money. Money, energy, weapons. Remember those three: money, energy, weapons. So a lot of you may not know this, but the Taliban in Afghanistan was actually not listed as a terrorist organization by the United States. It's only listed as a terrorist organization by Canada. From memory, I remember Australia also didn't have the Taliban in Afghanistan listed as a terrorist organization, but they are a sanctioned entity. So a sanctioned entity, what's a sanctioned entity? It means you are not allowed to carry out any financial transaction with those guys. It means no money, no crypto, no gold, but the silver is somehow okay. This may change in the future with the silver's price rising. So, silver is usually not on the sanction list. Energy, gas is on the sanction list. So, what will happen when Hasan Piker gets sanctioned? Number one, his bank account can be frozen or closed. I'll tell you this from first-hand experience of what it's going to look like. One day you're going to wake up and that account will just disappear. Yeah, right, you won't see that account anymore. It just disappears. Unless they give it back to you, it will just disappear from your list of accounts. US companies and individuals are generally forbidden from doing business with it, unless it's civil supplies. Okay, so remember what I was talking about with money? Mainly money, energy, and gold. One thing I forgot about is weapons. It's a bit hesitant to say it because there are some words that gets picked up by YouTube and the whole video just gets dumped. So weapons, I personally know this because I'm involved in So with weapons, for example, in Australia we have the AUKUS program, which simplifies import and export of arms articles. This is also the reason why you do not see stuff like gun grips on AliExpress very often. A lot of them gets removed. That's why you don't find it anymore. It's because of the sanctions. And it is also the reason why it's very difficult for you to buy anything technical. That's official, that's not a knockoff. Now, how does this come into play in terms of Hasan Piker? It means Twitch will have to demonetize him. They don't have to ban him. So keep in mind, I don't think Twitch will ban him. Obviously, Twitch is like Hasan's personal platform at this stage. He can do anything on the stream and they'll just let the guy go. But if the sanctions come in, what will need to happen is they need to remove any source of donation for him. No proxies, nothing. He has to be wholly demonetized by Twitch. Otherwise, Twitch, Amazon also gets sanctioned. So that's what it means by US company and individuals are generally forbidden from doing business with them. And there is a sanction list. You can check it, by the way. I don't have a link ready. But what's going to happen if Hasan Piker gets sanctioned? His name will get added to this list. If you ever try to send him money, if your PayPal transaction says Hasan Piker, you will get picked up. I'm not joking about this. If you send money to someone jokingly, you put Hasan Piker's name in the description after he's sanctioned, YouTube will pick up that transaction. It will be manually reviewed. Third, payment processors, brokers, crypto exchange may block access, same as previous point. You get the idea, no need to discuss this. Properties or assets under US jurisdiction can be blocked. I don't know who owns his McMansion in California, but if it is in his personal name, they have to watch out. They may lose access to investment accounts, loans, insurance, or business services. Same as before, money, energy, weapons. Money, energy, weapons. Remember those three. Employers and the business partners often cut ties immediately due to legal risk. Now you see why people don't want to touch it. Now you see why people don't want to touch it. Okay, you have to understand. Just because United States is what United States is, don't think you can exploit it. Okay, another free speech episode lotus. Lots of you are ready to click on red X and leave. Listen to this. As I always tell people, the most important thing in any kind of conflict outcome is that you need to win. If you win and you do something that's a bit sketchy, you want to reflect on it later, no problem at all. But if you lose, guess what happens? They're going to say you are the bad guy for the next 100 years. So in any kind of conflict, it's important to win. Now, do you really think any major superpower is just going to let you run it down mid? Do you really think that's going to be the case? So think it like this. This guy is like a hyena. He's used to eating the lion's kills. Now, today he gets a bit too far. He starts eating a bit too much. Then he starts barking at the lion. The lion goes crazy and starts eating all the hyenas. That's what's happening right now. The wider world, what Hasan Piker needs to understand is that the wider world is not Twitch. Everyone in the world is beholden to someone else. Everyone in the world has to answer to someone else. It's not like a pyramid, okay? It's not like a pyramid. Pyramid thinking is very black and white, simple for people that are simple-minded. But I guarantee you, if you have worked in the real world, if you have worked in the corporate environment, it's never like that. You always have to answer to someone else. Even the CEO, they have to answer to someone else. International travel and the financial movement becomes more difficult because many foreign banks will comply with the US sanction too. So basically, if the sanction package does kick in, the best thing Hasan Piker can do is to leave United States, basically. To leave United States. And you are not going to see this. This guy has to be streaming for free from this point. This guy will have to be streaming for free from this point. And a lot of you may think, hey, why don't we just maybe have a company employee? Guess what? If he's on the sanctioned person list, you hire him, you have to pay him, and what changes hands when you pay him? Money. And does the transfer money break the sanction? Yes. Remember, money, energy, weapons. Money, energy, weapons. It's going to touch the money part. Most of the reason why you get sanctioned: terrorism, financing, major cybercrime, ransomware, large-scale drug trafficking, corruption. Corruption, it really depends. Acting for a hostile foreign government. Now, those two is going to come in violating existing sanction regimes. Remember his trip to Cuba? So the reason behind the subpoena is to find out whether the money has changed hands between Hasan Piker and sanction regimes, aka the Cuban government. Last one, organized crime. I don't think he's involved with organized crimes, but who knows? So the sanction package can be tailored as well. So not the ball has to happen. Maybe they will just sanction travel. Maybe they will just give him a slap on the wrist. Let him know that they want to let him know he's being noticed, basically. So my recommendation to Hasan Piker is that you may think everything's entertainment and everything's like a Twitch drama, and you can just start drama with people, including the government, for clout, and they are just happy to play with you. That's not the case. You're dealing with government. See, a lot of people will yell, "Oh, is that legal? Oh, is that legal?" Do you know what it's like if you're under investigation? I'll tell you how you will know. When you go into the office, everyone looks down. Then there's 3 guys waiting for you. There'll be 3 people in suits waiting for you. They don't need to show ID. They'll say, "What's this?" That's how you know that's how you know you are talking to the feds. Now, personal opinion, do I think Hasan Piker will actually go to jail or get sanctioned? I will say 40%. I don't think they are going to jail him. Like, it's totally a jailable offense if they do find him breaking the sanction, by the way. So, for example, Virgil Griffiths, one of our crypto bros. Crypto bros being sentenced to 63 months in US federal prison and $100K fine. The fine is probably not a big part. The prison is 63 months. That's a couple of years. I was going to say 6-7 years, but yeah, it's not 7 years, 5 years. And that's pretty much all. So I think he needs to watch out. Like, you obviously, Hasan Piker has a segment of audience he appeals to. What Hasan Piker needs to understand, and I think he does understand, is that real life is not Twitch. You piss the wrong people off, it's not just going to be a 7-day span plus a short vacation. As for the outcome, I really don't think anything significant is going to happen. I think they'll just provide him with a warning, and if he does violate the sanctions again, there will probably be more severe punishments. That's all for now. If you'd like to learn more about cyber attacks, ransomware groups, we will be doing a video soon. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, stay in touch. Also, if you think some of the information may be out of date, feel free to mention in the comments as well. That's all for now. I'll see you next time.